G'day punters, and welcome to another episode of the Wild West. I am once again joined by Mr. Daniel Cripps. Cripper, how are you?
Terry, to be honest, I'm a bit unenthused about Saturday.
Yeah, it is a little bit. Well, it is a thin meeting. There is 9 winners on the card though, that's one thing I can tell you, but no, I'm not excited in the slightest, and we need to give our competition. One thing I am excited about is our competition we're a part of, the State of Origin competition, taking on some of Australia's best punters, and Shane Curley as well, Shane Curley as well, so not sure how he got a gig. Obviously knows the right people at Betfair Australia, who we're obviously doing this video for, but we're off to an early lead, Crip.
Yeah, we had an absolute fill up yesterday. The part of the competition is you've got to lay one horse a week, which probably isn't either of our go, but we've laid Eurotrip, $4.
In our defence, $4, yes.
Yeah, we laid it at $4, got out to $10 late, which we probably was fair enough, but geez, it didn't get beaten by far, so we risked 2 units, and we are plus 1 units, but that actually puts us in the lead.
0.14.
Yeah, 0.14.
Yeah, 0.14. So.
But we're winning, so maybe that shows how good everyone else is going at the moment.
Exactly right, exactly right. I reckon you might see the lads hop into something in Kalgoorlie on Sunday, and you might see us take the lead at around about 6-7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, just to really rub it in all your faces. But jump onto the hub, have a look at the State of Origin stuff. Hashtag, what is it? Betfair Origin. Betfair Origin. It's a lot of fun, and we'll see if we can find some winners for you as well. Last week, our 2 best got up, which is something. Shame we didn't start last week.
Yeah, that would have been on fire. But
would have been nice.
10-1 all up for those that are braver than me and play multi.
Yeah, no, I didn't have anything on that. But no, both Cliffs of Comfort and Prince Turbo won nicely. A couple of nice steers. So hopefully we can follow that up and find a few more today. But and your old man. Great stuff.
Yeah,
we've got to
give that plug to him.
What's his first name?
Brad.
Brad. Thank you, Brad. Tremendous stuff. Didn't barely a drop.
He said it was 4 p.m. and I reckon that was when it first started sprinkling and wasn't affected at all. And then it rained heavily in the footy, like we said.
He's a genius, isn't he? Were you happy with the footy result? There was a bit of stuff floating around on social media and you're celebrating like a goose.
I was actually a bit deflated after inflation got done on the line by a 50-1 shot, but Jack Nunes' kick definitely made up for that.
Jeez,
that was
incredible stuff.
Yeah, I reckon even though there's not a heap at stake, because both teams are probably going to struggle to make finals, but that being at a live sporting event, that was one of the best 15 to 20 seconds that I've experienced anyway. Yeah,
your missus actually said the same thing. All right, we're going to start at race 2. We're going to skip the maiden and pretend it doesn't exist. Cripper, give me a quick little speed map here.
All right, well, the key here is the tactics on Comfort Me. They elected to take a sit last start, which I think was detrimental to...
Costed the race.
There you go, costed the race. So hopefully they right a few wrongs from last start, because if they don't lead...
Do you know who does lead? This will put shivers down your spine. Schimmel. At 100 to 1. Schimmel will be leading this race. So to the Comfort Me connections, just go forward, lead.
Yeah. Did you hear that?
Yeah, just go forward.
I think Comfort Me leads, which I guess means Stella Ann will be on his back. Do you have any opinion in this race?
Yeah, you're a big Comfort Me, aren't you?
No, not big at all. I marked it favourite, but it's not a horse. He burnt me first up. He's always well backed. I thought second up he was actually quite good, because that was the day the inferior rail got beaten by Advocator and Eeyore Ways, who have since both won. Good horse apparently.
Good horse apparently, yeah. It's easy post-race to find a winner, isn't it?
And then...
That's not directed at anybody in particular.
And then last start, he... like you said, took a sit, and that cost him the race and lost to Simonelli, who, look, doesn't sound like strong form lines, but was actually really good to start before behind Expressionist. So, I thought he deserved to be favourite. I think Plain Marika is a bit of a tease horse.
Jeez, it's weak as water, isn't it?
Yep.
So, it's got about 100 or 200 metre sprint, Plain Marika.
If that.
If that,
Comfort Me favourite. I balked at the 420 this morning. It went up and it's got belted straight away, so I won't be getting involved at the $3.
Yeah,
what about you?
Pretty keen on one at a price here, and it's all price punting for me. I'm with Crip. If Come For Me doesn't lead, this my bet's cooked as well, because I'm going to be looking at the horse on its back in Stella Anne. I've got Schimmel outside the leader, playing Marika on Schimmel's back. And when I first did this race, I thought I'd find playing Marika. I thought that's how it would pan out. But Schimmel should be the first horse beaten, meaning playing Marika needs to come off its back early. And we just said that playing Marika doesn't sustain much of a run, 58.5. Reckon playing Marika might be found out late, and I reckon the horse getting off Comfort Me's back will be a very unlucky recently, Stella Anne. Not a popular horse, currently 10-11 to 1. I've marked Stella Anne 5, expecting it to still trade and even drift from that $10-11 mark. So each way at near $3 a place for probably the run of the race on Comfort Me's back, and I'm happy to have something on each way.
Yeah, no, fair enough. We
Not jumping out of my skin.
Should also touch on rail at 12 metres. The last
three.
I did in my spreadsheet at 2 times have been absolutely red hot rail buys, so might be the place to be.
That tends to mean this time the rail will be ice cold as well.
But yeah, no interest in me, so good luck.
Race 3 over the 2,000 metres, the staying journey. I think we're in cahoots here. Montalina should keep going through the grades. No major issues about her getting the 2,000 with her effort second up late last year over 1,800 when she was a good thing beaten. So I think she eats up the ground because she's up in grade. She gets in with 54.5. There's crappy speed in this with Contentional and Frosty Hard from out wide, which will come and put on a show out in front, and they'll be gone at the 600. So she should be winning.
Yeah, her run last start to A, missed a kick, B, they didn't go hard, and it was probably a leader by distracted. I thought she was impossible at the top of the straight, and Jessie won with a bit in hand in the end. So, yeah, she should be winning. I was just praying that we saw $2 early, which we didn't. I think this will be one, and also the next race, where if you see even money late on the exchange, just hop in.
Yeah.
We're not seeing it at the moment, but you just never know when the market compresses from 130% to 100% late. Something
just takes money for one other runner. Yeah. Just takes money for one other runner.
Only other one I will mention, maybe a bit of a flash in the pan run last start, but Juicing Carrots was absolutely enormous. Probably a bigger run than Furo's.
$15. What price you got Juicing Carrots?
$5.
Yeah, I did $6.60. So we're sitting here and we're price punters. He's got something $5. I've got it $6.60, and it's currently $15. So sometimes you just really feel a horse is going to win, and it's probably going to keep winning. That's how I feel about Montalina. Yeah. So we'll say even money or above, and chips in.
Yep.
All right. Race 4, the 2-year-olds, well, the new season, the 3-year-olds, I should say, we'll stay out of. Nothing too major there. Race 5, very similar story, price-wise with Leading Girl here.
Yeah. Again, thought her first effort off her injury-enforced layoff was absolutely super. She ran it was over 1,200, and there was a few 1,000-metre races that day, and she ran the fastest last 200 of the card in a race where they didn't go awfully slow. Up to 1,400 is probably the key. I got sucked into Dark Mission a couple of weeks ago when it was 1,200 and then second up 1,200, which I don't think suited. So the step up in trip is good for these Bob Peters horses. Should really just be parking midfield with cover, and from there I think you say it's curtains.
It should be, yeah. I mean, Bad Wolf and Sharp Bob from 9 and 10, the two wider, should be rolling across leading. A lot of people say Lonsdale Ladies trial was better, but that was a full month ago, and I think there's a lot more upside over this journey in Inspirational Girl Fresh. They'll probably have bigger fish to fry with Lonsdale Lady with where they're heading this campaign, but can't discount Lonsdale Lady or Put a Spell on You, who are so two very good horses, two big run last start.
Yeah,
Spell on You.
Lonsdale Lady is the type of horse where these are my favourite type of horses that just go forward and roll and break their hearts, like same as Cockney Crew.
I was about to say same.
Everything's I'll go back to the archive. Belter and Ring.
We're going to hear about every
track of horses. I love those type of horses, but also worth noting that they came out this week and said it's had a throw dot too, which is the main reason I'll be taking her on. First up off a throw dot. It's hard to. There's no data to. It's like you can't.
No throw dot data.
You can't quantify it, but if you talk to anyone who's been in the game for a long time, they'd say it's a big red flag first up. So happy to watch her. Hopefully she comes back as good as what she showed last prep. Thought the danger to Leading Girl there was Put a Spell on You, who was absolutely enormous last start. 3 deep, no cover, drawn to not settle wide. So yeah,
Still a big chance though. With Matty on board, I reckon there's still a big chance.
Yeah.
Probably not the end of the world, to be honest. But major danger. What are we thinking? Even money again. We're happy to play leading girl.
Yeah, we see black odds. I think depending track, if you saw a really hot rail bias, maybe one.
Even then, I'm expecting Sharp Bob's going to fall in a hole, put a spell, and he's going to be out there in trouble anyway. So I think leading girl can overcome, and it'd be nice to see Jared Nossie get a win in the Cerise and White. I think he's been riding him pretty well. They just haven't been going for him, to be honest. So.
Do you know any number of the runabouts he's on for that?
On the Cerise and Whites, even about 5 or 6, but they're notable ones. Giant Leap $1.70, Delta Bell, even money. Inspirational Girl Lifestyle $3. So there's more as well. I haven't got in front of me, but I think he's riding him well enough. They're just not going for him at the moment. So I think this one will, and this will be his first winner. But we want the even money. We don't get it. I'm just going to probably stay up.
Yeah, $1.70. We're happy to just watch that. Again, watch the exchange late.
Exactly right. Race 6 over the mile. This is an interesting race, and another race where track pattern will be essential. At the moment, I'm going to allow for the fact that the rail's going to be playing nicely, and I'm going to have a little double play on what to me will be the leader and the leader's back. Locomotive will ride at the top, loved its effort, fresh off 2 months last start. Gave a big kick where all the other horses that finished around it were sort of settled off the pace. Should be fitter. Chris Graham's 1 for 1 on the horse. I think this is a career low weight for it as well, and I don't know if this is necessarily the hardest race it's faced on paper. This is a pretty thin event. Goes to the top, gives you a big kick at around your $6.50. Arrogane not suited by barrier 1, but if Kira can kick up, even try and peel off, as you mentioned before we started, and potentially even get to the breeze. But Arrogane's not a horse you want to see try and out sprint them over the last 200, but get rolling. But it's simply impossible to miss what Arrogane's done since going to Chris Willis and settling on pace. So I think Locomotive will lead. Arrogane will be on Locomotive's back, and if the rail's any good, I'm pretty happy calling those two a pretty good little Dutch bet. Correct?
Yep. I didn't have a lot of interest in this race. Arrogane's been good to me its last 2 starts, but like you said, probably not suited by barrier 1. Not definitely can win from there, but would have loved to seen her. I guess
10 and 1.
Yeah, draw maybe just 7 outside Locomotive.
Yep.
We can't
have everything.
That's just how the cards have been dealt. Thought Aconite was the class dropper. Gets the apprentice back on. It might get the right run. Yeah, that Montalene form's good.
Yeah, I'm just happy taking on the kids on horses that need to sit and sprint. Races where the kids need to think. I'm traditionally pretty happy to take them on.
Yeah, fair enough. So yeah, I had Arrogane and Locomotive at the top of my market, but had it $5 a field, and
okay. That's interesting. That's interesting. All right, well, I'm happy with a little Dutch there.
One thing. What price did you mark Sentimental Queen?
$6, but if the track isn't playing rail heavy, I'd probably thin that up a little bit. It's the one who will definitely improve for the Cerise and White. Chris Parnamon as well, which is a really nice plus, up to the $16.50. But still only one made him.
I thought that was the lay on the card.
If the middle of the track's playing well, I think it can definitely run a race. Chris Parnamon for Jared Noski's a big plus at the moment. Chris is riding like a demon. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with the Dutch bet there.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
Race 7, the Amelia Park Blue Spec Stakes. I've no real interest. The current market is bang on 9, but I believe you like one here. Mr. Cripps.
Well, on a day where I'm struggling to have a bet,
we're making it up, aren't we?
Yeah, we are. Like we were saying this morning when we were having a quick chat, we're actually searching for bets, so it's better just to almost take the day off. But yeah, this is the race.
Wash your mouth out.
This is the race that probably, I guess, has the most excitement for me. Now,
it's a great map race, and it's obvious, isn't it?
Yeah. So I'm obviously biased with Kira being on Western Temple, but I just think, and not that there's only 2 chances in the race, but I think there's enough reasons to suggest that Western Temple can turn the tables on the favourite Massimo. So I actually jotted them down for you because I knew this would be probably the only thing I've spoken some passion about. So Western Temple, first up no trial, she almost fell out of the gate. So she went right down to her head, a length slow, so I had to use her up to get into that good spot on speed. That race first up was a slowly run 1400. I think Wrigley, if Brad had his time again, he probably would have let Wrigley roll a bit more. They went 6 lengths slower than benchmark, so Massive. Okay,
Just the one thing I'll say to that is its previous start, Massimo, got taken on heavily at the 1400 and still gave a massive kick. So it has been proven in a hard run 1400.
Yeah, it had proven in a hard run 1400, but this was a slowly run 1400. Steps up to the mile for the first time. Has to be a query because we haven't seen him there yet, and I expect it to be a more genuine tempo. And to finish off, I'm not a massive weights man, but when I can use it in my favour, I'll talk about it.
I love that. I do that often. It's little things you wouldn't usually bring up.
If I like one that had a 1.5 kilo swing against, I wouldn't even mention that.
Because
it's got the positive swing, gets the 1.5 kilos, which might prove to be the difference. But I would like the map too. It either gets the back of Massimo or the back of Wrigley, depends on what.
Wrigley wobbles too, so
that's
the fences red hot, that might be.
If Mrs. Brown's boy box seats, he'll get the 1-1, and if Mrs. Brown's boy slowly away, it might box seat, get the rails run when Wrigley wobbles off. I marked Massimo 330, Western Temple 370. I think there's 260 and 440. I'm still not. I want to be on. I'm just not convinced.
Not sure if that's peak quote.
I'm not sure if it's peak quote. Whether to take the 440 now or wait and see what Betfair does late. But yeah, on a day where I can't find many bets, Western Temple's probably my best betting proposition of the day.
I like it. Western Temple's been a cat over the journey. Keep that in mind though, geez, it's burnt me a few times, but you can see where you're coming from.
Didn't have the Fernie polish in, but
it didn't. No, it only had the Durant and Grundle Williams polish, so that was ordinary stuff on it. The only thing I'll add is I think Lord Help Me Run is the third chance in the race. If it gets out to a silly price late on Betfair, I'd consider it. But yeah, 3-horse race on the market basically mirrors mine at the moment, so I'm going to stay out.
No worries.
Race 8. We're doing race 8. We are doing race 8. This will be the last one. We're going to skip the last because it's an absolute Barry Crocker. Race 8. This will be one of the more interesting watches for the day. Important to note, which I'm sure you've all seen by now, is that we've got Dreams and Pearls and Prawns, who just about could have been Leader and Breeze in the race, have both been rubbed out. So does that mean we have Money Matters finding the top, or with the blinkers going back on Super Maxi, does Super Maxi hold the rail and Money Matters breeze?
I thought I'm at Money Matters leading after those two scratchings. So, but at the end of the day, I think
it's not that essential, is it?
No, I think as we saw with Money Matters first up, he took a sit and he even had that race shot to pieces at the 200, but he just definitely peaked on his run. So expecting plenty of improvement. The scratchings are critical here. I thought it was not a 2-horse race, but I thought Money Matters and We've Got Dreams were going to dominate the market. Woke up this morning to see that We've Got Dreams has come out, and then further to that, Pearls and Prawns has come out, which is another speed horse.
That's a good scratching for you. You're talking a 4-cent deduction, but you're talking if you were going to back one of the horses going forward, I reckon you'd be happy giving up 4 cents a your bet.
Yeah, I didn't take the early price of Money Matters. Hasn't moved a hell of a lot because of the deductions, but if you were, you wouldn't be too disappointed about copying deductions for having Pearls and Prawns come out. I think whether he leads, he breezes, or he sits just off of him, I think he's just definitely going to improve on what he did first up. His form from last preparation definitely has a ratings edge on this field, and I think he'll be winning. In saying that, I'm marking 220. I think there's 210. Again, another one like the same as Leading Girl and Monsalina. They're horses where I think they win, but they're just not at my price yet, so I'll be waiting and seeing what they bet later, I guess.
The horse we haven't discussed yet, and it's the interesting horse, is Jericho Missile. I believe Jericho Missile is the best horse in this race by some distance. Had the better of Dig Deep, so it must be a pretty good horse. But Jericho Missile was given none last start. The drop back to 1,000 doesn't suit it, but the 1,000 metres doesn't suit either of these two. But I think they've just got a class edge on the field. If you back Jericho Missile, the one thing you're not allowed to do after the race is get upset when it's held up the majority of the straight. So my gut tells me Jericho Missile gets out in time, and if it's within 2 or 3 of Money Matters, we'll actually walk past it. But I don't really want to play over 1,000 metres. There's something to be said for being a quality front runner, especially who's pretty well down to the weights, and that is Money Matters here. So you're a brave man hopping into Jericho Missile, but at $4, there probably are worse bets. But when I'm still undecided about the Money Matters $2, Jericho Missile $4, it's probably telling me I shouldn't have a bet.
Yeah, exactly. It's a bit of the theme of the day, isn't it? Just want to mention Little Fish. Thought he was enormous first up. I thought
one of the day, just
thought maybe they might put a senior back on, but they've got the Hannons in mind. So I think they're just ticking along towards Kalgoorlie when the Fernies will do their best work.
I reckon
on and off the track.
all of the Fernies will be doing their best work in Kalgoorlie. So make sure anyone that's getting out for the round, come and say hello. I reckon the episode of the Wild West in about 6 weeks' time, when we film after Hannan's Day, could be one of the more entertaining. It could be our last one, just about. Betfair will either be really happy or really disappointed with what they see. All right, let's wrap this up. Crip, we've got to watch the next at Pinjarra. What is your best of the day?
Best of the day, Western Temple, but yeah, definitely.
When your best of the day's followed by a butt, it's
no, I think that's the one. That's the horse that I'll definitely be on. And then you've got there's 3 shorties: Money Matters, Montalina, and Leading Girl. Who, if they get out, 10 or 20% from their current quote, definitely worth chips in. So yourself.
Again, I'm the same, but the Dutch Arrogant Locomotive, you can get about $3, I think, for that Dutch. So relying on the rail data we have, which is just never wrong, I'm really happy with that Dutch bet. Being for an equal result for both, being my very, very best of the day.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right, get on Betfair, guys. Get on it to Twitter, hashtag Betfair Origin, hashtag Team Sandgrover. We won't be done. We're going to be victorious.
I can blow the siren now.
100%. We've got a lead. Call it off. I've seen enough, but
and also keep an eye out for. There might be a Terry special at Kalgoorlie on Sunday because we've actually got a few units that we haven't thrown out yet.
I don't even know if we're going to use many here. I don't know about Western Temple, really.
Yeah,
we'll discuss that off the air.
It's all about you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very good. All right, that rounds another episode out. Until next week, bet well and bet responsibly.